My Homeless Odyssey by Aiden Haas. Let that sink in. 1,354,363 youth homeless in the United States. This number astonishes me for the sole reason of this being more people than the entire Chippewa Valley combined. This also personally breaks my heart knowing that there's this many kids left out alone and hungry. According to HUD 2018, Wisconsin has an estimate of 4,907 homeless. Out of that, 246 are thought to be youth. This number is rising exponentially. This number is only just an estimate because the only way to count homeless population in this society is by having social workers go out into the community and count as many homeless individuals as possible. The purpose. The whole purpose of the project was to bring light to the size and seriousness of the homelessness in our communities. Furthermore, I wanted to attempt to experience the hardships and struggles that homeless youth go through every day. When coming up with ideas for my project, I thought to myself, what would be meaningful yet impactful? What would make students at Memorial view their peers differently? So I decided on a problem that affects all over America and the world: unaccompanied homeless youth. I wanted to know what it was really like to struggle and have all that weight on my shoulders. A lot of people came to me about my experiment and tried to talk to me in different ways. Most people were trying to tell me in ways I could cheat, whether that be sleep in a friend's house, use my debit card, sneak food into my car, or even skip school. To all of them I said no. I wanted to experience what it was really like to live day in, day out, not knowing what was going to happen. Day 1, morning.
All right, we're starting the first night tonight. I'm really excited. I got my few change of clothes for the week. I'm going to have to figure out how to clean at some point. I have to go backpack for school. I got in the back, I have my sleeping arrangement, which is a comforter. I have a sleeping bag on top of that with one pillow. And then I have my regular toiletry bag that I will have to figure out how I'm going to bathe myself and everything else like that coming towards. I have my full tank of gas I just got. I have my $20 that I will be using for my money for the entire week. And yeah, I am not allowed to use my card or anything else. This is all I get for the entire week. And this will be used to whatever I may need, gas. Hopefully I don't need gas, and something else. Food. All right. Day 2 tomorrow.
Going into this experiment with a positive attitude helped. I quickly learned that I was not prepared for how harsh the living situation would be. There are many situations that can lead someone to homelessness, but more uncommon in those under the age of 18. One common reason is teens who come from an abusive home. This can be a house that's whether sexual, physical, or psychological harm done to them. You can see how excited I was to begin the experiment, but I hadn't done something before, which was sleep in my car. I thought it would be a nice getaway almost. It's not. It's more cramped than sitting in an airplane seat when you're sitting against a closer seat. The story I told myself at the beginning of the project was that my parents kicked me out of the house and they didn't want me anymore. Some youth become homeless this way, but more uncommon than not is from physical and sexual harm, which are the two leading reasons why children go into homelessness. Day 2, morning.
All right, we just had our first night staying in our car, or my car. Stayed in the parking ramp. It was actually not so bad. Stayed warm, a lot warmer than I expected to be. First really big challenge. Getting dressed in a car is not easy. It's actually really cramped, and it's pretty interesting to get dressed in the morning when it's cold. But yeah, first night, success. Today's Tuesday, and I plan to go do some stuff, hop around to some food banks and see what I can get into.
Day 2, night.
All right, night 2. really excited for it. Just got my bed all set up. It's supposed to be about 15 degrees colder, so it's gonna be something. Really excited about it. Woo! I got my candle, so I can keep my car a little bit warmer than it would be without having it. I got my hat, got my gloves, and yeah, I'm honestly really excited for seeing what it's like in the morning and see how. I mean, this has been already a great experience. I went to the food pantry today, or food bank, sorry, and downtown right next to Banbury Place, right across the street. Went and helped out and got some food. Great experience, great people there. Honestly, really fun. Yeah. Honestly, good night, guys.
After having spent time in my car, it started to become clear that everyday things like getting dressed and brushing my teeth are challenges. I had to ask myself daily, am I going outside to get dressed? Am I going to try to find a place to do it before school? Or can I brush my teeth? These are just a few examples of the things I had to think of every morning. Even though living on your own seems like the only way to survive, there are programs that can help you. Getting a blanket or simply a hot meal, these are programs that are made available to anyone that's in need. There are some examples of these programs, for example, HUD. This program is for struggling families, and you must meet strict criteria to get accepted into their program. First and foremost, I understand that I come from a middle-class upbringing with privilege. Once starting this project, I had that realization that really hit home. This in turn made me realize how hard it really is to be a struggling youth. For me, it's easy to get a coat or a hot meal, along with a place to sleep. Most of these programs are not designed for use, though, making it hard for them to get the help they need. Day 3, morning.
Alright, so day 2. Sleeping was actually not so bad. Woke up earlier in the night from a guy trying to knock on the window. That was fun. Yeah, no, it was actually not that bad. It got pretty cold towards the end of the night, but otherwise, sleeping was fine with the temperature. One thing I've noticed so far after living in my car for only 2 days is, yeah, it's really hard to keep it organized. Yeah, with everything that you have and everything that you have to keep in track with your schoolwork, from your clothes to even just like the stuff you have to sleep with that night. Yeah, it can get pretty cramped and pretty crowded pretty quickly. Yeah. So yeah, ready for day 2. Can't wait for night 3.
Night 3.
So night 3. Stay in the car for an extended period of amount of time. It's finally starting to get to me. It's like the knees and back and neck. It's awesome. One thing to note right away, you get hungry a lot. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me right now, but I've noticeably been more hungry. But I mean, that's how it is. Been budgeting well. I only have like a few more dollars, so gotta make that last for 2 more days. Besides that, showered at school today. That was fun. Oh, clean. Yeah. Besides that, probably gonna be staying somewhere in the ballpark of around Walmart or anywhere between. I think I was heading on 2 and 2. So yeah, awesome. Good night.
After being in the car for 3 days, the harsh conditions caught up to me. I was noticing my whole body was sore from being cramped in the car majority of my time. I also began to feel sick from the severe cold outside. Many kids leave their homes or foster homes or even shelters in hopes to find a better or even safer place to live. However, many realize they must be 18 years of age to get into a shelter. This in turn leads them into the streets. After the third night of sleeping in my car, it became apparent how difficult it would be to become comfortable. Having to always look over your shoulder, wondering if you're safe to sleep, is a very stressful thing and will drain a person. I learned that quickly. The cold weather helped freeze my windows along with the candle my dad gave me. However, I realized the very first cold night it was a citronella candle, the ones used to keep away mosquitoes at night. I'm pretty sure the fumes did not help my headache in the morning. Also, on the third night, I was approached by a security guard. I was lucky enough to have a valid excuse for why I was there, but I quickly realized that individuals, when approached by a police or a security guard, are often not as fortunate. Day 4, morning.
Alright, it's Thursday morning. My phone died last night because it was so cold, which then in turn made me currently late to school, which is awesome. Gotta love that. Last night got really, really cold. There was a few points where I kept waking up because it was so cold. And I think for me spending my time in the car for so long at this point, I am starting to get sick, which is grand old time, great time. I got today to go through. I think I'm gonna probably take another shower again at school because that kind of might help my headache and everything. So, yeah, let's see how today goes.
Day 4, night.
All right, Thursday night. Definitely, staying in the car is definitely getting to me, and my back hurts a lot more now. Neck hurts, but yeah, definitely staying in the cold a lot longer is definitely getting me sick. I'm definitely not feeling 100% as of lately, but besides that, it's been not that bad. I got food today from the Plus. I used this. Just got this one just for the show. It's a Pizza It Forward program. You basically head to certain places and you can get one of these. And after you get it, it's like the water plant and stuff like that. After you get it, you can go in and get a free slice of pizza. I went in and got one. It actually filled me up pretty nicely. But yeah, tomorrow I plan to head to the community table. Really excited for that. But yeah, besides that, it's all right. Really excited to get done though. This is really put in perspective like how difficult this really can be. Like this is not easy. Oh, and I'm also staying the night in the festival parking lot tonight. Pretty excited for this one. I'm gonna park over there, probably more hidden, just cause don't want to have people deal with me. Oh, there's a semi behind me. Hello. But yeah, good night, guys.
According to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD 2018 annual report, approximately 30% of people experiencing homelessness are younger than the age of 24. One thing to keep in mind, this supports the youth who don't necessarily want to be placed in the foster system. Once I realized how sick I was faced with the next obstacle. What do I do if I get sick? Unfortunately, I found out my age made it difficult to even get the most basic of healthcare. Even many over-the-counter medications were unavailable because of my age, and those that were out of my price range. Some people may say, well, this doesn't affect me, why should I care? While this may not seem like a problem to people are seeing that it can have an economic effect on communities like Eau Claire. Recently, Eau Claire has constructed many new affordable housing sites. This is because of the homeless population continues to grow. WQLW stated in 2018 that 2019 preliminary total of homeless has doubled from 2018. According to Officer Hunt, another way people are affected is simply by fear. He states that people are afraid to walk into city parks at night due to the fear of being harmed. Being homeless makes it considerably harder to get medical care, from over-the-counter medicine to even prescription medication. Unfortunately, I was unable to obtain any cold medication or medicine. As Officer Hunt implied, people are afraid of what they don't know. I experienced this while in the parking ramp and other places around Eau Claire while conducting my experiment. The fear of people that don't emphasize, homeless people, causes them to do less, even in their communities and economically. Day 5, final morning.
All right, Friday morning. This has been something. Last night was stupidly cold. It was, I don't know what it was. I had to keep trying to cover myself. I don't know why. All the windows fogged up, which was nice, so I kind of got some privacy with that. Besides that, yeah, no, it was just really cold. This morning, it was actually not that bad. I've now become pretty efficient at changing in my car, so that's something. But yeah, besides that, today I plan to go to the community table and get some food. And on that note, yeah.